Hi, welcome you all for today's session. In this session, I would like to explain the topic data generalization. Already in the previous session, I discussed about the data cube computation. Now we go for the data generalization. Among all the data mining tasks, the first data mining task is class or concept description. So if the data is always associated with either a class or concept. So describing the general characteristics of that class or concept is nothing but class or concept description. Again, this is two types. There are two types of the methods are there in the first data mining task. One is data characterization. Second one is data discrimination. So in here, I'm going to apply the attribute oriented approach for first one, data characterization. So data generalization and summarization based characterization method. This is one of the data mining functionality. Data generalization is a process which abstracts a large set of task relevant data in a database or data warehouse from a relatively low level concepts to high level concepts. So generalization means we are going to represent from low level concepts to the high level concepts. Suppose we are taking the huge number of attributes from the low level to high level. What are the most important? Only those we are going to consider. This is nothing but the generalization. There are two approaches for efficient and flexible data generalization. One is data cube approach. Other one is AOI approach, attribute oriented induction approach. Already we completed about the data cube approach, how to do the pre-computation before going to start the data mining and OLAP. So first we have to do the pre-computation of the data warehouse data. Then after performing the aggregations of each cuboid, then we have to apply the OLAP and the data mining query. This is about the first approach covered in the previous session. Now coming to the second one, attribute oriented induction. What is meant by the attribute oriented induction? AOI is basically a query oriented generalization method, which is based on online data analysis technique. So it is a query oriented generalization method. Based on this one, we can do the generalization for given set of data. So these are the important steps in the AOI approach. The first one is collect the task relevant data. What is our task? So we need to collect the task relevant data. Either using, first initially we use the data mining query language, represent the task relevant data, then convert into the corresponding relational database query. Then we have to construct the initial working relation. We need to construct one of the relation called as initial working relation. After that, in the second step, we have to perform data generalization by examining the number of distinct values of each attribute. Based on the how many values are there in each attribute, we have to do the two methods, whether attribute is retained or removed. So those methods are attribute removal method or attribute generalization method. These two methods are used whether the attribute given attribute in the data set is retained or removed. Then we need to apply the aggregation by matching identical similar kind of the attributes we have to match and generalize the tuples and accumulating the respective counts. So we have to get the counts. The resulting generalized relation can be mapped into the different forms of the presentation by using the various kinds of the visual cues, crosstalks, or trees, pie charts, bar charts. We can represent to the end user. This is about the attribute oriented approach for data characterization or data generalization. Let us consider this example. I would like to describe the general characteristics of the graduate student in the university database for given attributes name, gender, major, birthplace, birth date, residence, phone number, and GPA. There are 8 attributes will be taken. So here, data characterization is nothing but the summarization of the general characteristics of target class. So here our target class is graduate students. I need to summarize the general characteristics of the graduate students. So that will be done using the AOI approach. So initially the first step is a DMQL query can be write like this for our task relevant data. My task relevant data is by considering these 8 attributes, I would like to analyze the university database. So use big university DB. This is the relation. Mine characteristics as science students. I would like to find out how many science graduate students are there. In relevance to these 8 are the attributes from student database. In the big university database, there are many relations are there, many dimensions are there. So, but we are considering here student dimension, where status is graduate only. There may be undergraduate, there may be postgraduate. I would like to consider graduate students only. So this is the task relevant data, collecting the task relevant data. Now fetch this task relevant set of data using SQL statement. We are just transforming DMQL into the SQL format. See this one, use big university DB. This is relational SQL query. Select name, gender, all these 8 attributes from the student relational database where status is. So the status is MSc, MBA, BSc, all these are the statuses. So the various kinds of the degrees are available in the university. I would like to analyze the characteristics of science students. How many science students are there? Now the data is stored in a table called as, after conversion of this DMQL into the SQL, now we have to put the values in a initial working relation or the IWR. Let us see what is that initial working relation also. And in step 3, once the IWR is ready, we need to perform data generalization. That is nothing but we start the elimination of the attributes or the generalization of the attributes. How to eliminate or remove the attributes? The remove the attributes A, if the remove attribute A, if there is a large set of distinct values of A, but if there is no generalization operator on A, that is a one constraint. Other condition is A's higher level concepts are expressed. It is possible to express it in other terms of the attributes. In these two situations, then you have to remove the attribute. And next one is attribute generalization. If there is a large set of distinct values are there, then for that particular attribute A, there exists a set of generalization operators. There exists a set of generalization operators on A, then select an operator and generalize A. So we have to apply that operator and generalize the A. That is a representation of with the low level to high level. For this, we can consider the threshold values. These threshold values are for attribute level 2 to 8, and whereas the generalization threshold value at the relation level is 10 to 30 relations. Now see this, our example, there are 8 attributes are there. Which one is retained or which one has to be removed? Let us see. Name, large number of distinct values are there, so that no generalization is possible. Then we have to remove that attribute because it has to meet the 2 constraints. So when to remove? If it is possible with the generalization, otherwise, so there is no generalization operator is there, then we have to remove the attribute, so that there is no generalization, because each row having the different unique name, so that generalization is not possible, so that remove. Then gender, only 2 distinct values are there, male and female. Even 1,000, 1 lakh rows are there, only 2 values are there, either male or the female. Whereas in case of name, if there are 2 lakh rows are there, 2 lakh unique values are there. That's what generalization is not possible. Now coming to the measure. So measure is nothing but here we are going to convert. We are applying the generalization. If there is a courses are like BSc and science related courses, all these are comes under the science. Arts related courses, arts, engineering related. So we are going to do the low level concepts are represented into the high level concepts. This is data generalization. Attribute generalization is applied here. And birthplace, it has a large number of, because each person has a different birthplaces, so that no distinct values are possible. We have to, but we can represent the number of distinct values. We can represent according to the threshold. Suppose all are, because all the graduate students, obviously they belongs to the same academic year. So that same year, birth year are almost, because it is between the 2 to 8 values, so that we can consider, even though distinct values, we are going to generalize that one and retain. And the birth date we have to retain, because convert the age, suppose graduate students are maybe fall in between the 20, 21, 22 age. So in between these only. So obviously the threshold value is in between 2 to 8 range, so that we have to retain. Then residence. So we have to apply the concept hierarchy or the data generalization method. Instead of street level, we have to take from the street level to the country level, convert and retain that one. So generalization will be done. And phone, because every person is having the unique phone number, so that we have to remove. And GPA we have to retain, because the numeric values grouped into the descriptive values, we are going to give the grading values, so that we take the grading in between, suppose 8 to 10 grades or 9 to 10 grades, so that we have to retain. And this is the IWR, initial working relation. All the attributes are considered here, right? See this one, name, each row is having the different one. That's what it is removed. Here only 2 values are there, we are going to retain. Here these are converted, all the like BSc, BA, all these are converted into the major courses names. So that belongs to which field, like science group or engineering group, like that. So that we have to perform the generalization. So this will be from the street level to the country level generalization. This is age range also generalization. This is also city, and remove this phone number. So finally we removed name and the phone number. Now from the IWR, after generalization, these are the retained values. So gender male, what is the count of males studying graduation, having the GPA very good? So we can easily get like this. How many females which performs excellent GPA? What is the count? So we can easily analyze using the AOI approach. Finally, this can be presented with the help of the visual cues. Here I used the crosstabs. You can also pie chart, bar graph, and also anything. So here I use the crosstabs only. This is about the attribute oriented approach. This is the algorithm actually given. Same thing, whatever I explained step by step, same is given as a algorithm. Thank you.